All right, Shannon. So,
Awesome.
You want to talk about risk aversion?
Yeah, I read a lot. I see a lot of entrepreneurs. People want to grow businesses, look for outside funding, and recently, or I've seen a lot of, I don't want to call them excuses, but comments that
Sure.
I think are masking one thing, and it's being it's risk aversion in a sense. Like, for example, I don't have enough money to go start and do this, but that's, money is pretty easy to come by using different methods. If you want to sell on eBay will give you funding. If you want to use PayPal, they will help you with funding. If you want to use your credit cards, you can do that. You can get a HELOC on your house. You can on and on and on and on and on. There's tons
money is available. It's not always cheap.
I was just going to say,
it's slowly
it may be
getting
expensive.
cheaper right now. Right.
Yeah, it is getting cheaper. Cabbage is another service that you can borrow funds from.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they're expensive, but to get started, you may just have to pay. The key is getting started, not so focused on, okay, I got to be profitable on day one. You got to build a system. So I also hear like, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to sign a personal guarantee. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you don't want to sign a personal guarantee, why does the bank or why do these companies want to loan you money if you're not willing to take a risk and have your skin in the game? The personal guarantee is what I've used my whole life to get companies and banks to loan me money and finance deals.
If you don't think that you're giving your business a personal guarantee, what do you think's happening with your time that you're spending in your business, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're investing your time in your business when you could otherwise be, earning a paycheck or dollars per hour doing something for someone else. You're investing in it too. It's already happening. Yeah.
And you could continue to take this down. It's like people that don't want to hire help, right? Or, I can't afford to hire someone. Well, what's your time worth? Are you really think about that framework? Is it that you can't afford it, or is that you don't want to take the risk? You don't want to put the effort and get someone, whether it's a person, locally or globally that you're going to hire. All of it is, I think, based on your risk and what your risk profile is. And if you have an aversion to really taking risk, I think there's some steps to get over that. And much of it is just starting small and taking those small risks. And, it was a risk for me to want to do this show when we first started, because I was so nervous about talking. It was a risk when we started doing video, because I was like, no, I don't want to sit there and do that and this is that. Because really, it wasn't that I didn't want to do it, is I was uncomfortable doing it, right? So,
you were, it was different. You had no experience with it, right? And so I think there's a lot of that risk aversion manifests as, well, I'm afraid of failing.
Fear. Yeah.
Yes,
that's right.
because I've never tried it before. And it's like, well, of course. But, there was a point in time where you didn't know how to walk either.
Correct.
And
We all
most
suck at the
people are
beginning.
able to do that. I mean, obviously there's some people who can't. But like all of these things, talking, just simply talking, we couldn't do that either. Like we learn by doing things and failing at them.
That's right.
So
I heard a quote was, have the courage to suck at something new. And it's huge, because you're not going to be good at it in the beginning, but you'll figure it out. And stacking up these little small wins, small successes, that'll help you get over this risk aversion problem, which I think is inherent in so many decisions that we make.